everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And it's Saturday and I usually jump on at 11 a.m. Pacific and share a project with you. So today I decided I need to make some tags for Christmas, and I love to make tags. So I thought that I would show you how you can make some really quick, well, maybe not quick. They're fairly easy tags, but you do have some die cutting to go along with it. So if there isn't die cutting, it isn't a project that I've done. So I tend to really love my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and die cutting. So I'm using the Tidings and Trimmings Bundle, which is perfect. It has all sorts of great die cuts and even has a to and from sentiment, as well as the Tailor Made Tags for my project. They are absolutely one of my favorite dies. I use them a lot, even if it's for a card. I love to just kind of decorate a tag and put it onto a card. So another way you can use them. All right, if you're coming in through Facebook, don't forget to give Facebook permission so I can see your comments. I'd love to see where you're coming in from. If you're coming in from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified when I'm going live. All right. Hey, Diana. Nice that you could join. All right. I'm going to jump over to my desktop and we'll get started. Julie from Iowa. Perfect. I love to know where everybody's coming from. All right, so let me show you. This is the Tidings and Trimmings Bundle. So it comes with a stamp set. I love these stockings with the detailed design when you stamp them, and some really pretty sentiments. The other thing that is a favorite of mine is the mix of cursive and the block font. Just really love that. And then the dies that come along with the bundle will cut out, of course, the stocking. So that cuts out the stocking. And the star. Let's see what else. And then there is this bow can be cut out. Gosh, I got a bit of glare on there. Let's see. Little stars. These stars are cut out. And then this, I don't know. I call that a sprig. Not sure what it is. I think that's everything that gets cut out. And then you've got all of these. Oh no, actually these are cutouts too. So lots of stamps that will be cut out. And then you've got all of these that are just extra dies that cut out great shapes, like some holly leaves, some more sprigs. I'm not sure what those, oh, I think those are berries, for the holly berries, and then this great star. So lots of ways you can use this. It's back on here so I don't lose them. You've been watching me, you know, last week I actually lost a die as I was cutting it out, and I still lost it. I know it'll show up one day, but if I put it back on this magnetic sheet, then hopefully I won't lose them. All right. Hello. Susan watching from Wisconsin. I'm just trying to go and see. Somebody's joining from Quebec. Oh, Beverly, welcome. Yeah, Tailor Made Tags. These are the Tailor Made Tags. They are so much fun. They come in two different shapes. So one that is kind of the squared off and one is more ornate, and then 4 different sizes of tags. And then one of the things I really love about them, and I'm going to use them today, are these. Actually, there's one I haven't picked out. These are like, I don't know, I'm going to show my age. I think they're still available. We call them reinforcements. And so when I went to school, you had loose leaf. And if the loose leaf pulled away from the binder rings, you used these reinforcements that tasted awful because you had to lick them. Tasted awful, and you stuck them on. They were more like these round ones. But you have 2 sets of these reinforcements, one to go on the shapes that is kind of the oblong opening that you put your ribbon through, and one for the circle. As I said, I love these tags. Anytime there's a tag, I'm all in about tags. Hey, Diana, nice that you can join. Yeah, I know, I'm showing my age. Apparently you can still get reinforcements, but they are, of course, have the adhesive already on them. What fun is that? All right, I've already gone ahead and cut out 3 tags, one in Cherry Cobbler, one in Evening Evergreen, and one in Basic White. And I have got some whenever I cut things out and I don't end up using them, I actually save them. So I've got some things already cut out that I am just using. So I've got this great star, and I've got a sprig, and I've got one of the other sprigs in Sahara sand, and then I've got my reinforcements that I will put on. But I'm going to do some other things with it, these tags. So first of all, I really want to use this stocking on one of these. So I think I will do it in cherry cobbler. The nice thing is you can cut out, stamp and cut out these, and then have them ready to go. Let's see. So I've got that. And I'm going to put something on that. So I do need, okay, so maybe that's all I'm going to stamp for the moment. But I do want to cut some other things out while I'm at it. So I'm going to cut out this. Now, I tend to use this Post-it note tape. You can just use a Post-it note. I just find that when I want to stamp, I just don't want it to shift in any way. So stamping and then putting your die on with a Post-it, or holding your die on in place with a Post-it note or this Post-it note tape just works really well. Now I've got some gold foil, so I'm going to cut out maybe some sprigs in gold foil, and maybe one of these great stars in gold foil. I'm just going to cut out a few things. What else should I cut out? I've got that. Let's cut something else out. So let's cut some more of these leaves, and I'm going to do these in Evening Evergreen. Now, let's move things out of the way, and I will bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in. And I think I can use my mini today. Sometimes my paper, I don't plan very well, and my paper is too wide to go through. But today I think, right, so there's the gold foil. I might have to cut these kind of one at a time. Oh, let's turn this around so I've got a handle. Oh. Hey, Nancy. It's a rainy day here on the West Coast. Gosh, I went for a walk with the dog earlier. Came home with a wet, stinky dog. All right, so there's my gold. That's that. And then we'll put this one, I'm going to have to cut. Trim around my stocking. Okay, that. Let's see what else I could cut out at the same time. There we go. I like to cut out a few things as I'm at my machine. Kind of getting that time thinking about wrapping parcels and getting them. I know I mailed some off to England. Is that all I was going to cut? Maybe. Okay. So they got some different tags. Use these ones. All right, so that's that. I'm going to take your pick tool is perfect for, oh, it's snowing. Gosh. And Susan, you were where? I'm trying to go back in the notes. Oh, Wisconsin. Yeah. Oh, gosh. It is getting to be winter. For us, we don't tend to get a lot of snow. We can get snow for sure. We've just had tons and tons of rain. I just hope that with all the flooding that we've had, that we don't get a lot of rain. And if we do get it, it doesn't cause all of the damage that it did a week or so ago. Okay. These out. Yeah, we're gradually getting highways back open, which is good. Okay, so I think I've got everything cut out. There's my tags again. Now it's just a matter of putting these together. Now I am going to use, this is the designer series paper, and I've just got some scraps that I had. So I'm going to use some of these scraps, and we'll cut some just to give some extra detail. Hopefully. All right, I really like this one, so I'm just going to cut maybe an inch strip like that. Oh, that's good, actually. All right, and then let's try this one. Just a little bit of extra detail. Okay. Anything caught on the back of my filler? Let's start with this red tag. So I'm just going to put this one right across. Like that. Now, where did here they are. I need one. So I'm going to put one of these on. Now, just a little bit of glue on this. You don't need a lot, just this and that's probably a lot. We'll squish it. Okay, let's try and spread that. There we go. Let's try and get this picked up without getting the glue all over my fingers. Ah. Okay, it's going to be one of those days. Here we go. So that's the little reinforcement on there. Just adds a little bit of color onto the tag. Just so pretty. Okay, now let's add a little bit of gold. Again, you can use, I didn't use them, the adhesive sheets. You adhere it to your gold foil or your cardstock, and then peel off the backing. That works really well. Probably would have been good for some of these, but I didn't do that. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue. And hold that in place. And then I grabbed these gilded gems are one of my favorite embellishments. I love the gold. So let's just put one of those in there. That'll partly hold that on. And for that tag, I need some ribbon. So let's use, I've got some of this. This is the Evening Evergreen Chevron Weave ribbon. So I'm just going to cut about 4 inches, maybe 3-4 inches. We'll poke this up through. Now you could either poke it through and double it through. I'll show you on another one what I mean. But in this one, I've just run it through, and now I've got a piece. This is the Simply Elegant trim. Comes in gold and silver. So I'm just going to take and tie this ribbon and hold it in place using some of the gold Simply Elegant. Like that. Tie it tight. And then tie a bow like that. Make this a little bit smaller, maybe. There we go. I want to try and get this. This trim does tend to loosen up over time. All right. Well, so there's one tag. A little bit of designer series paper, some Evening Evergreen gold, and yeah, pretty tag. So I would stamp that on the back, the to and from. Okay, so let's do this one next. This is this is craft paper that comes with or is part of the gingerbread and peppermint suite. This is actually real red, not cherry cobbler. So this is from the gingerbread and peppermint. And I had this left over. Again, let's see if we can find a maybe this one. Choices. Anybody? The gold foil pieces make them look. Yes. Oh, Maxine, hello. Yes, they do. It just adds that pop. All right, I think I'm going to use this one. This does need to be trimmed a little bit. So these tags are about 2 3/4, about 2 3/4. So if I cut this to be maybe, let's cut it about 3 inches. I'm just kind of eyeballing. So 2 3/4. So let's do it. Let's do it 2 5/8 to start with, and then I can trim it if I have to. Kind of in this. Okay, that's pretty good. It goes in between the stitched. That's the other thing about these. I absolutely love the stitching on this. All right, so let's do that, and then let's take a piece. Oh, not that, because it's wrong color. Okay, let's do this. We're going to just adhere this in the middle. I can find my glue. Designing on the fly. That's what happens when you kind of have an idea, but you don't actually do it in advance. Okay, all right. So I'm going to use dimensionals on my star. So you can absolutely mix and match these. Like I said, I had this one left over. So don't throw away your pieces that you cut out and then decide not to use, because you can always use them. I keep them in a little tray, and then I can always use them for another project. All right, let's just pop a little bit of glue on that one. I'm going to tuck that down in there. Oops, maybe. See if I can. It wants to slide out. Let's see if I can get my take your pick tool down underneath it and hold it in place. Get the glue. There we go. Now, I think I need some gold on this one as well. So I'm just going to put some gold like that. Oh, and I forgot to put my embellishment or my reinforcement on. It's going to be in cherry cobbler, so it's going to be. Let's see. No, I think I'm going to leave it. But I will show you how to do that other option with the ribbon. So this one I'm going to cut a little bit longer, so maybe about 6 inches. And this is the Evening Evergreen open weave ribbon. So this one you kind of fold it in half and then tuck the ends. This really doesn't want to stick in there. Let's try glue dot. That maybe will hold it better than that little bit of glue didn't seem to want to hold it. Right, let's see if we can now put this down in there. Underneath, straight. I lost my glue dot. All right, stick the glue dot on. This little piece really doesn't want to go in. I'm going to trim it. How's that? So tear that little extra length off. And now let's see if I can stick this underneath. There we go. There, blue dot. That's what I needed. Okay, so now I've got this 6 inches or so of ribbon folded in half, and then both ends get tucked through the hole, pull out, and then take the two ends and slip them back in through the opening, and you don't have to tie that on. So there we go. That's that ribbon, or that tag. All right, 2 down. Now let's do this one. We're going to use this. Now, this one, completely by chance, has come out perfectly with all of its little pieces. This star is exactly like this star, where all the little pieces have come out. I don't know if you can see that. So this star and this star are the same, but for my gold, it's actually stayed in. So to keep them all in place, I'm going to take a little bit of tear and tape adhesive and just kind of put them over. I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. And I'm just going to try and put a little bit, get at least all of the pieces that would come out held on with a little piece of tear and tape adhesive. That way, this will stay with what looks like just the detail lines cut into it, but it's actually, if I poke them out, they would all come out. Okay, so let me grab some more. Let's see, another white in reinforcement. Oh, thanks. I'm not sure who said they wouldn't want to give them away. Oh, Nancy. Yeah. I know sometimes it's hard to give them away. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of, this is Wink of Stella. And this is the clear Wink of Stella. And sometimes like it actually seems to pick up the ribbon. So you can, or the ribbon, the ink. So even though this ink has been drying for quite a while, I'm just brushing Wink of Stella, and you can see, hopefully, that my stocking is turning kind of a pink color. So even though it dried for quite a while and would be perfectly fine, you wouldn't get it all over your fingers, the Wink of Stella seems to just pick up some color. So sometimes coloring with the Wink of Stella is a way to just fill in this and give it a little bit of a different look. So this will be shiny and be pink. And then I'm going to do the same across my stitch line. Now let's see if I can get some Wink of Stella. When you're trying to get more Wink of Stella out, don't do it over your project. Let me find a piece of scrap paper. Because I'm going to push and try and get some more Wink of Stella. You'll get this big splodge like that, and you don't want that on your project. So I'm just going to, but you can still pick that up. And now the top of my, oh, I got a lot. That's what I didn't want, but okay. So I'm going to have to let this dry. So this is definitely going to have a gold shimmer to it. Even though this is clear, it has a bit of a gold tinge to it. Okay, let's do this first. Okay, I've got this piece. It was just sitting there, so I'm going to use it with it's Sahara sand. Add across like that. Nice way to use up some of your little bits of designer series paper. And then I'm going to put that on with a dimensional. like that. Now, I really wish this was dry, so I'm going to very carefully find some more dimensionals. Very carefully put this Wink of Stella. So sometimes putting Wink of Stella on at the end instead of at the beginning is better because it does take a little bit to dry. Hopefully I can do it without getting this all over. There we go. If I need that piece on or not. No, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to use this open weave ribbon. I'm going to put it through. Like I did on the first one. Oops. And again, I'm going to use some of the gold and tie this. I might have been a little chintzy on my gold. And, oh, I'm just going to tie a knot instead of a bow on this one. Like that. Now, I still need something. What does this need? I've got some of these. We'll use some of these. And we'll see if it needs anything after I've added my gilded gems. Let's see. A little bow, maybe? Little bow. I just want a tiny little bow. My stocking. There we go. Okay. And a glue dot. There they are. It take long for my workspace to get very messy. Stuff all over. All right, so I've got a glue dot. And I'm just going to put this bow on the stocking. There we go. All right. So I have 3 tags made. They're kind of fun to make, I have to say. I'm going to get my stuff out of the way. Oh, I have some stuff that I used. So I've got some pieces that I didn't end up using. So these will just go into my little bin that I keep everything in so that I will use them for later. All right. Now, if you want to put the to and from, it's easy to do on the basic white ribbon because you can just stamp on it. But if you wanted to, you could actually just put a piece of basic white cardstock on the back of each of these and put the to and from on like that. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of pleased with those. Let's see. Hey, Kathleen. I love Wink of Stella. I don't use it enough, for sure. All right, I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you give it a try and make some tags. They're always so much nicer than, you know, store-bought tags. People love them. So give it a try, make some tags, and see how your family and friends love them. All right, everybody, I will be back tomorrow at 12 noon with another project. I have an idea for a shaker ornament. So we'll see how it goes. Come and join me and see if it works. It'll be, it should be lovely if it works out. So 12 o'clock Pacific, I will be live with an ornament project. And Tuesday night at 6:30 Pacific, I will be back with my sketch challenge. So thanks everybody for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.